Hey everybody, welcome to etrailer.com. I'm Bobby, and today we're taking a look at the Konig XG12 tire chains here on our 2020 Jeep Renegade. Now guys, these are going to be a nice little way of giving yourself some chains to make sure that you're not going to have any issue getting through that snow and ice wherever you might be. Now right out of the gate, the Konig XG12 are an awesome little tire chain set. They're my favorite to throw on because they don't take too much time at all. We'll kind of break that down in the installation though, take my word for it for now. But as you guys can see, you're going to get a nice little fit here today on your tire. You are working with square little links here, so they're going to be kind of just your standard tire chain size, biting through that snow and ice while not being too aggressive, especially to your driveways or your garages at home. These are going to be road safe as well. When you start comparing them to things like the V-bar or the twisted link, they aren't going to be as aggressive, but they still are going to do a great job of churning through that snow and ice. Now we are working with a diamond style pattern here today. What that means for ourselves, we are getting good coverage across the entirety of our wheel. So also with the diamond style, you are going to have these nice little middle elements. The one thing I like about the Konig as well, these do a great job of really puncturing through those heavy blocks that we need to push down and crack through. Going to have no trouble since they are nice and conjoined there. Taking a look at the front too, you can see we have good contact. We're not making any kind of contact here with our rim. It's all staying to the outside of our sidewall. And of course, notice how we have our hard points pointed out away. Of course, we'll break that down just a little bit in the installation, but therefore we're not going to be worried about this damaging our tires while it's also on there. Well, like I said, I'm a really big fan of how this gets installed. One thing to take note, we do have it here today on our front tires. So a lot of your Renegades out there are going to be an all-wheel drive vehicle, while some are going to be having only the front wheel drive. So we've gone ahead and been safe. Make sure you are putting on that front wheel drive. And of course, even if you are working with that all-wheel, you're going to have an excellent time of getting traction with these on the front. Well, let's go ahead and see how we can get them installed. To start our installation, we just want to go ahead and set out our chains like so. Things we're looking for here, any kind of kinks in our links, of course. We don't want these guys binding up as we get them on here. So just kind of furling them out, making sure nothing's doubled up on itself. Things to check too, these tops, like this guy, likes to kind of get thrown in between all these chains. So sometimes all you got to do, just kind of unwalk it out and get it in a nice position. The other thing we are looking for here, you'll notice we have our smooth side facing us. Basically what we're going to be doing, guys, we're going to be throwing this underneath our vehicle and bringing it back across. So we want that smooth side facing us because we're actually enveloping our tire and bringing it onto it. So we don't want those hard points of contact. These guys on the other side can end up digging into your rubber of your tire, can end up scratching and even popping it. So make sure we don't have that happening. We just get them set like so. Then we just want to take our guys. I like to kind of get them nice and tight against the blue here. Makes it a little easier so they don't kind of bind up as we get them set. And then all we have to do, simply throw these guys around our tire. Find both ends of our blue plastic here and on the other side. And then just gently start bringing them across and fitting them right like so. So you're going to find two positions here. We're going to go ahead and start with our first one and just set it in like so. And then we want to go ahead and appropriately set our chain across our tire, guys. So that blue is going to sit right behind here. We can make our first red connection like so, and then just start setting this on our tire. Then we want to go ahead and shake our little guy down here. And now we just simply slot it in by removing this little clip. Once that's set, we can go ahead and start tensioning this back. So these guys are great because they are self-tensioning, of course. And then we can go ahead and take our bungee cord and make our connection here. So I am seeing it's sitting just a little slack here, not quite how I want it. So let's go ahead and make a few adjustments and make sure it is sitting properly on our tire. So when we were going to reseat it, we kind of saw that it was sitting a little loose. So we came back up to our red connection here. As you guys can see, we've gone ahead and gone down to another one of our chains there, two away from that red. You can just go ahead and take this extra clip here and kind of find a way just to hold on to this extra guy like so. I like to go ahead and just position it away from my tire. Now it is rubber. I don't think we're going to have any issues with that making any kind of contact. Just gonna go ahead and go to this guy right here. And that's gonna go ahead and allow you to hold on to this extra guy if you want. Now, as you guys can see, this can kind of be a pain to kind of mess with, and it doesn't really give you too much. You can always just end up snipping these guys off, but if you want to go ahead and throw these chains on some other vehicles in the family, it can be nice to go ahead and leave that extra bit and just use that little plastic clip to hold it in. Now, of course, here at the bottom too, we kind of mentioned we just simply pull this guy tight like so, and then we're going to bring our bungee cable right back down into position here and latch in just like that. Now, even as we drive, what's nice about the XG12 too, they are going to be tensioning as we go, so we are going to get a better fit as this vehicle moves as well. Well, as you guys saw, that installation didn't take too much time at all. One thing to take note of, we are working here today on our 215/60 R17 tire. So make sure you guys are putting in your own tire with at home into our fit guide. That way you can make sure you are getting the right sizes. Today we are working on the 235 Konig XG12. So there are varying sizes. Make sure you are getting the one that's appropriate for you. One thing I really like about it too, you are getting this nice little travel case. Makes it really easy to take these guys off and store it. You can notice it's hard plastic as well. It's not canvas that's gonna be stretching, getting wet, and getting disgusting. On the inside too, it does come with gloves and a kneeling pad. I will say those gloves are not really worth it. It's better than nothing, of course, but if you really are finding yourself in that snow and ice, highly recommend to have some extra actual working gloves that can do a good job. The plastic's nice, of course, just to keep your hands from getting too wet and cold, but at the end of the day, they're just little plastic gloves. So nice that they're an option, but they're not gonna really do a great job. Again though, guys, I think the Konig XG12s are excellent. You guys saw how easy it was. I don't have to get underneath my vehicle. I'm not trying to make a connection point on my back, and especially if you find yourself in that snow and ice, it's definitely a pain and a half to try to get on there. So I highly recommend the Konig XG12, as they're not too much difficulty to actually get on there. Of course, always try to put these guys on home a couple times. That way you're familiar with the product and hopefully not watching this video somewhere on the side of the road. However, if you are, hopefully this is going to help you get them on there and get you out of there. Well guys, I think the Konig XG12 is going to be an excellent little purchase for yourself to make sure you have the traction that you need. And I think that about does it for our look here today on our 2020 Jeep Renegade. I'm Bobby. Thank you for watching.